Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares on the tonnage wall. We are in week 4 of February 1941, and some housekeeping needs to be done. So we've got 3 ships in Scarborough Flow, that should be 2. We have nothing. Oh wait, no. Rodney's in Scarborough Flow, that's fine then. In that case then we need to... ah yes. Yep, we need to get a replacement for the Warspite. What sort of replacement should we get though? That's the question. I mean, we could, well, in theory we could get anything we want, because we do have the renown to be able to afford anything we want. How many JKNs have we got? Not a huge amount. How about I-Class? Not a lot. Maybe... got CD class. No more B class. CD class maybe? Go on. Let's do it. Let's get the Resty Gosh. Right, so that's the Warspite protected. Do we have another ship in Gibraltar? We do. Right, that makes sense then. Yes. What we will do then is we will we'll actually send the Jaguar down here to support the Vanquisher, and the Ilex can come across to the Exeter. Medium damage on the Exeter. What's wrong on the Exeter? Nothing much, only the AAA is lightly damaged. I'm going to keep the Exeter out for a little bit longer. There are some submarines up here that seem to have done some stuff. So what I will do is send the... well, do you know, I'm going to send the Beagle and the Thetis across. Or actually, I'll send the Triton across to see if we can flush them out. There is a way in which I can make everyone join. Oh, never mind. We have our first engagement. It's not where I thought it would be, but instead it's in the Erminger Sea. In cloudy weather, in week 4 of February 1941, the light cruiser Ajax and the destroyer Saint-Genet have come under attack in the morning from the submarine U-227. U-227 with the initiative. Oh no, I don't like this. Nope. No. 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 Pumps. No! Oh, well, that's a bit interesting. I'm gonna gamble and see if I can use my torpedoes on... actually, no. Can I use my torpedoes on if I've got a light cruiser? I've got a destroyer as well. Oh, will I break the game though? Well, I hope we don't. But if we do, then... well, then I'll just restart it, clearly. Right, we've got 4 torpedoes available this way. Can I actually have a look? Actually, no, I'd rather not. Oh, can we just go straight on? It's a bit risky what I'm doing here because it could break. Go on. let's see what this does. Well, the game didn't break. We managed to survive-ish. No air support, of course, but it's fine. Oh, we lost it. Well, I've got 3 more. Can I actually select the target this time? Oh, we can actually have a... Oh, just put it directly in, like that. Point blank range, I'm assuming 2,100. Hey, we got it. Granted, the Ajax will have to go in for repairs, but here we are. Action report: on the British side, the light cruiser Ajax received medium damage, the destroyer Saguenay received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-227 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0. 800 renown earned. Right, unfortunately we're not able to get the Ajax to a port because we immediately have to go down to the Canary Islands, where it is mostly sunny and where it's still week 4 of February 1941. Heavy cruiser Exeter with medium damage and destroyer Ilex have come under attack at night from the submarine U-229. U-229 with the initiative. No action from U-229, so I'm going to take the opportunity now and tell Exeter to, well, just make your way out of this general area. I could maybe possibly launch torpedoes, perhaps, but it's probably too far away, and I don't really want to put the Exeter in harm's way because, well, why would you? Why would you? Why would you voluntarily put one of your heavy cruisers into what could be a fatal situation, potentially, when you don't even have to do it? You have a destroyer that can go faster, be more manoeuvrable, and just overall better suited to this type of combat. In the same way that you wouldn't send one destroyer to take on a heavy cruiser, you also wouldn't send one heavy cruiser to take on one submarine. I think that's what I'm trying to get across here. So U-229 fires 4 torpedoes at the destroyer, but the destroyer can quite easily dodge. Continue on this course. Ilex, you have a torpedo heading straight towards you. I'm going to turn you 10 degrees to port. I don't think that's going to clip the stern or bow. Good. So that's the 4 torpedoes dodged. I'm going to try every single time. Every single time I will try and disengage. Mostly because, well, why wouldn't you? It just means that you've saved your ship and there's no way it can be harmed in any way. But anyway, stand by the torpedo tubes. 4,500, that's a very nice distance. We've got 10 torpedoes, very nice. One of the reasons why I like the I-class. So that's one torpedo dropped, made a splash, and it will now zoom to the submarine. They will move a little bit, no action. And there it is. That's all. Well, for this engagement that is, not for the whole video obviously. Action report: on the British side, the heavy cruiser Exeter ends with medium damage, the destroyer Ilex ends with no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-229 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 800 renown earned. Right, we have a chance now to move the Ajax one little square closer to a port. Seeing as there's no submarines here, we'll move these units back. And we now have the Vanak out. I shall send the Ilex across down here, and I shall send the Vanak across here. And if it wasn't for the fact that Ajax got slapped with a torpedo, we would be pretty much, yeah, right where we should be. But Ajax did get slapped with a torpedo. I don't trust the light damage here for 1 second. That's a lie. Needs to go back in for repairs. Oh, it's... well, here's the situation. We are in the Faroe Islands this time, in rainy weather in week 0.5 of March 1941. It's the first time we will see the battleship Rodney in action, along with the destroyers Antelope and Azinibuan, and they have come under attack in the morning from the German destroyer Z-26. Z-26 with the initiative. I'm not sure why you're going after this. I'm going to assume you didn't see the Rodney, but you'll turn away and make smoke immediately, right? Not before you send off an airstrike. Got it. Well, there's your airstrike gone. Rodney there firing anti-aircraft weapons. Well, hello! Would you look at that? 75,000 renown Rodney cost. Very expensive, but also pretty powerful. So you can see why it costs so much. But anyway, enough of that. We have Z-26 over there. So seeing as they haven't gone for the Rodney, have they, with the torpedo bomber? There are no torpedoes headed for Rodney. I just want to make sure, double check. No. It would be pretty embarrassing if the very first engagement we get damaged and we have to go back into port. Yeah, I'd be pretty embarrassed if that happened. Nevertheless, flank and hard port. Right. Guns ready. Let's go up to 15.4. 15.4, there it is. We'll use high explosive shells. We will need to correct for the wind, as it is a fairly strong wind. Not really too sure how much to adjust because, well, it's been absolutely ages since I've used a battleship in very strong winds. But nevertheless, the only thing I've got left to say at this point is open fire and shoot. Ah, yeah. No, that does feel good. It does feel good, even though it's not really the purpose that we bought Rodney for. Do we have an airstrike? Yes, we do. But I'm not going to use it because we have the Rodney. Why would you? Presumably now they're going to make smoke because they've realised there's a battleship in the area and it almost hit them. Right? Yep, you'll never hit it. You'll never hit my destroyer that way. Nope, they're still firing away. Those were long. Let's have a look. Where are my destroyers? Over here. Yeah, we can do a port turn. Right. Full broadside can now be fired. 15.4 apparently was good. We of course know it wasn't good because we scored no hits. It was actually a little bit short, so we will we'll crank it up a little bit. I think maybe 16 or so. 16.2, let's try that. The adjustment on the wind was alright, maybe a little bit more perhaps, about here. And yeah. Shoot! Go on. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I was exactly surprised by that. You can't expect much when you decide that I'm going to take on a battleship with a destroyer. Pretty easy, especially if the battleship decides to use its main armament, which, let's be honest, I always will do. Well, good job, Rodney. This is your first ship sunk, your first kill. Granted, it's not the most glamorous one, but nevertheless, it's a start, I think, and, you know, I think that's pretty good. Action report on the British side. The battleship Rodney, the destroyer Antelope and the destroyer Admiral received absolutely no damage whatsoever, not even a scratch on the paintwork. On the German side, the destroyer Z-26 was sunk for 2,600 tons. Nothing sunk on either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 2,600. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0, 2,600 renown earned. United Kingdom, warship attacked by Axis aircraft, destroyer Skeena receives medium damage in week 0.5 of March 1941. United Kingdom, submarine attacked by enemy aircraft, U-232 receives medium damage again in week 0.5 of March 1941. When you say medium damage, what exactly does that mean? Main spotter and main radar destroyed. Right. And then Velux with light damage, but nothing really properly damaged. Actually, I might send the Skeena in for some repairs, because we might as well get the torpedoes reloaded, perhaps. Right, it's 3 turns, but we're not going to be too concerned about that. Western approaches, submarine attacked by enemy aircraft. U-198 receives light damage in week 1 of March 1941. Right, well, we're... Oh, wait. Ajax, you will also go in for some repairs as well. Any ship that gets stuck with a torpedo gets sent in for repairs. I don't trust it, even when it says, oh, it's actually only light damage. It'll say light damage, and then it'll sink immediately as soon as it has a near miss. Right, another engagement, this time in the United Kingdom in sunny weather. Week 1.5 of March 1941, the destroyers Acheron, Active and Velux with light damage have come under attack in the afternoon from the submarines U-200 and U-225. German subs have the initiative. Alright, I'm not exactly surprised by that, they always deploy airstrikes here. We'll hopefully miss the torpedo here. Oh no. That's another one. Well, we're not going to shoot it down, are we? No, we're not. Nope. Right, well, how about that? Great start. What do we do? I'm gonna say backwards and harder starboard, and we will launch an airstrike as well. Right? Right, we do. We will, yes. Good. Right, you want to play around with aircraft? We'll play around with aircraft. It's not a problem. It's just that for you it'll be much worse than for me. Here's my aircraft, and this is how you use an aircraft to take out an enemy. Mind you, I say that and I'll mess up the depth charge completely. Well, actually, no. No. That's quite quite alright actually for a depth charge run. That's, yeah. This is how you use an aircraft to take out a submarine in this case, but it can be really any enemy that you have and is causing you a bother. Now, because this destroyer wasn't targeted and no torpedoes were fired, I can just move it forward. Even though we are only about 3,500 yards away, you can't exactly blame me for taking the opportunity to use an airstrike. I mean, aircraft are just so useful in this game, especially these depth charge bombers. They're extremely useful. And look! Oh! No, we got them. I thought maybe we were a little bit too early. But no, that would have been fine either way. Very nice. Action report. On the British side, the destroyers Aegon and Active received no damage. The destroyer Velix ends with light damage. On the German side, the submarine U-200 was sunk for 1,032 tons. The submarine U-225 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side was 1,832. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0, 1,832 renown earned. East Mediterranean Sea, Axis bombers attack the naval base at Alexandria, causing very heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 5 turns in week 1.5 of March 1941. Well, we don't have anything in Alexandria, so that doesn't really affect us. If this was Scupper Flow that they targeted, then yes, that would have been... well, that would have been horrible, because we have the Ajax and the Skeena in, so that would have been 6 and that would have been 8. But, you know, that didn't happen, we're fine. We can... well, what can we do? Is it time to wrap things up? I'm going to have a look. Back in a tick. So I've decided I think I will wrap things up for now. It's 22 minutes according to my trusty recorder, so it's about half an hour, which I think is the ideal time to ideal length for a video. So here are the stats. We are in week 2 of March 1941. We have lost 19 naval vessels as Britain, almost 100,000 tons. No change in the number of merchants lost relative to the previous episode, I think. I think this is the same as it was last time. 760 merchants sunk for 2.9 million tons. Naval vessels sunk for Germany has come up. It's up to 183. They are approaching the 400,000 ton mark. Allied merchants sunk per month has come down. 153,000 tons thereabouts. And if we sink 7 more naval vessels for Germany without losing any more ships as Britain, we will reclaim the 1 to 10 kill ratio. Right now it's 1 to 9, which again, is that really so bad? 1 to 9 or 1 to 10? Basically the same. You're still very much destroying them faster than they're destroying you. Well, in terms of naval vessels, in terms of merchants, it's a different story. But anyway, we can have a look at the ships lost. Dare I say it, the British list looks like it's almost approaching the bottom of the screen here. But we're not going to let that happen, hopefully. German list, well, I mean, look at it. Loads and loads and loads and loads of mostly submarines, rather unsurprisingly, sunk. Right, that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoy the content, if you're enjoying this series in particular as well, then, you know, do leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.